Coach, let's look back at your Buffalo and Akron games. I mean, after looking at the film a little bit, I mean, what were some of the keys that really helped you get those 2 victories?
Well, it was one of our longest road trips, and it was great to get both of them. One of the most important things, quite honestly, is how we could serve well. We could serve and pass, and we did a pretty good job of serving well all weekend, and as well as passing. And that first contact really helped us generate an offense that we need to have. And when we're in system, our setters are doing a great job finding a variety of hitters, really finding a great mix, and finding the seams and our opposing blockers, the opposing blocks that we're up against. So overall, that would probably be it in a nutshell, but the serve and pass pretty much ignites everything for us.
Big storyline from this weekend was that you had won 28 sets in a row. Finally, it was snapped at Akron, but still the 28 sets was a new school record. When you kind of reflect on that now, I mean, and what does that mean to you? Back in 1986 or 87, I believe that group set that record. It was a very, very special group, one of the first group of girls that I coached at Miami. And as I heard about this record and then realized that we broke it, I'm thinking, oh, wow, we broke that from 30 years ago. And then I thought, oh, I was here. What's going on? But it's very special because this is a special team as well. And, to have that type of winning streak through some of the great opponents we played since Auburn is pretty phenomenal. And I don't know if my team actually understands that or they can pause to appreciate it as I have. But it's a great accomplishment, and I'm very proud of it. Currently riding a 13-match win streak. It's easy to look at a box score and see the digs, the kills, the people that really pile up the stats. Is there somebody on the team maybe that's kind of been an unsung hero during this streak?
Yeah. There's always unsung heroes, and the 2 that come to my mind are my setters. Some systems run with 1 setter and a 5-1, some run with 2, and we run a 2-setter system, which is pretty strong right now, but they're not in the front row, and they're not on the court all the time, and yet with the time they're on there, without their accuracy and their great decision making, we don't win. And it's hard to nominate them for things because they're not in 6 rotations. But I want to, just give the credit to Krista Rakauskas, our senior setter, and of course Mackenzie Zielinski, our sophomore setter. Together, they team up to do an amazing job on offense for us.
Let's preview this week's opponents first. Let's just kind of start with Central Michigan. What do you know about them?
Central Michigan is always a team that is full of energy, really work hard on defense, and usually generate a very powerful offense. I haven't seen the film yet this week on them. I do know that they and Eastern have collided in one of their big rivals up there, and they went 5 sets and had the usual barn burner type of match. So I know they're both doing well. They're getting some good wins, and I'm not sure what to expect totally yet. I'll know more by Tuesday or Wednesday. But their new coach up there is from Michigan State. He does a great job, and I believe it's his first head coaching year. So I know he's going to have them prepared at Central.
And then Eastern. I mean, I guess obviously you probably haven't looked at a ton of film on them yet either. But I mean, historically, I guess what do you know about them?
Historically, they're a team that always plays well at home. I remember last year they were a little bit on the young side with their roster, but they had some very aggressive hitters and were just tenacious on keeping rallies alive. So I know they're a little bit more experienced. Their coaching staff has now been with them over a year because that was a new staff over a year ago. And, again, we're really going to have to do our homework on both these teams because we only see them once a year. But I believe that if we go in and play our game, we're going to be fine. But we have to expect teams to come at us because it's simply the target on our back. That's what Akron did. We held them off, but we're going to see more of that. And I think this weekend we're going to have an even tougher weekend against these opponents than we did last weekend.